Hello guys, I'm also using my earphones, so hopefully it makes the audio a bit better on the phone. Right now we're doing Among Us vs Fall Guys, Death Battle, and I actually have no idea how this will be played, because the only thing I know about Among Us lore is that the imposter is an alien shapeshifter or whatever. Yeah, not much, so yeah, Death Battle.
The year was 2020, the long wait as we all experienced the most viral sensation in recent years.
Yeah,
it was
viral sensation.
Among Us!
Nah, Fall Guys was the biggest news that year. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the lonely dark of space, aboard a malfunctioning vessel, a peculiar crew of bean-shaped astronauts must work together to save their souls from a quiet demise.
Tons of stuff could go wrong at any moment, and it's up to these colorful clowns to fix it. Impressive, since their spacesuits don't seem to have any arms.
Oh, that's not actually a suit, that's just how they are.
Wait, what? Ew, why?
More on that later.
I will say, before we get into this, what if you guys have played more, what color do you prefer playing as? Me personally, I choose orange majority of the time. It's my favorite color, blue's my favorite color, it's just how I played, this is the color I first chose, so I was like, yep, stick with it. Classification, alien bean, height 3'6", 107 centimeters, weight 92 IBS, comes in 118 marketable colors. They come in 18 marketable colors. They reduce asexually, likes, vents, lies, sussy, bakers, dislikes, vents, lies, sussy. To be fair, you like one thing, then you dislike because you're crewmates. If you're a crewmate, if you're an imposter, it's just the opposite. Reportedly good friends with Fall Guys.
Tasks they undertake to save their ship require varying degrees of difficulty and skill. It may not take much to reconnect some wires in the cafeteria, but it certainly does to clear asteroids when your ship is moving faster than light.
If that's not a suit, then why do they have a cafeteria when they don't have a mouth?
At any point, these creatures must draw from medical training, electrical skills, and mechanical know-how.
Okay, but it's total chaos, so teamwork is key. They gotta spread out and trust that while they're all swiping cards, they have each other's backs, right?
Well, success is always uncertain, as though fate has placed some external force that stands between this species and their survival.
There's an imposter among them! I mean, among us! But not us, though, right, Wiz? Right?
For the 9th time, I'm not an imposter.
That's just what an imposter would say! They're shape-shifting aliens! They could be anyone! Or any man.
Though imposters can shapeshift, they do not appear to gain any unique abilities of creatures they impersonate. Yep, that would be a good thing. Also, there's an imposter hide and seek one, which is kind of like everyone knows. I'm not gonna go into Among Us lore. Also, Among Us is a fun playthrough, play a couple times, but it is made fun when you have
a scientist in a lab coat.
The imposter threatens the pack and pushes
crewmates, engineer, noisemaker, scientist, engineer. They put engineer twice. Imposters shapeshifts, shifts into other creatures, phantom, vanishes, become invisible, ghosts can affect the physical world, guardian angel, defies death, protects others. Now with the roles, there's a lot more roles technically, but not actually in the lore of Among Us. By that I mean you can have a bunch of roles for if you've ever watched Cybermen Among Us. They have a bunch
them
of
towards
roles.
Extinction by any means necessary. Anything from damaging lights to wrecking the ship's reactor.
Which can be tricky to fix in time, even though imposters are naturally skilled at crawling through the vents. The crewmates need special engineer training to do the same, so not all of them can McLean it up.
All while the imposters conceal their motivations and infiltrate the herd. The others always know something isn't right, right, and the imposters use that paranoia to motivate their prey into ejecting each other into space, just for being kinda sus.
Yeah, Wiz is the imposter.
He does seem to know an awful lot about these aliens. And just to put it out there, it isn't me.
Buy stocks and ETFs with zero commission. Get the Trading 212 app now.
Adverts. Just love them. I love them adverts too, sorry.
It's a good point. Have you ever heard him say sus?
No, what do you mean? Knowing a lot is literally my job.
I can my ear canals!
Ah, jeez, fix your mic, dummy.
I agree with the metal bowling ball.
Well, I knew the sussy baka from the start. And again, just to be very clear, it isn't me.
Same here.
Oh, come on. Anyone could be the imposter, Boomstick.
I think it's Ringmaster. It just sounds like it's Ringmaster.
It's completely random.
Random starts with R and so does... Oh, I know who it is! It's always the red one!
Wait, what? But it isn't me! It isn't me!
Ringmaster was an imposter.
Oh, right. There's usually two imposters.
Dear God.
The imposters aren't just tricksters. They're also hunters. Bloodhounds tracking and assassinating crewmates when they least expect it.
They'll snap their necks, stab them with a knife, shoot them with a desert eagle, or use their frickin' tongues to impale their faces. Oh, God! Right through the visor.
They may look like they're wearing spacesuits, but that's not a visor. That is their actual face. Examining their cross-section reveals their insides always match the color of their bodies, and that they are comprised of exactly one large bone, which must mean their ability to walk is entirely muscle-based. Their whole anatomy is one unsolvable mystery.
Ew! They've got human...
That's a picture I do not want to see. What am I looking at?
Toes, buff arms for no reason, and can stretch like Mr. Fantastic? What are these freaky things?
No one knows. They don't even exist within the same realm of mortality as you or I. Even if one of them is killed or ejected into the lifeless void of space, they return as a ghost. Invisible, incorporeal, unable to communicate with the living, but nonetheless still among us.
Even beyond death, they can plot the demise of other crew.
Or become guardian angels for the living by literally shielding them.
That's gotta be one tough shield, because remember that Desert Eagle they holster? Apparently, that thing also fires a laser that can rip apart whole planets. Good God! To split this planet apart like that would need over 10 non-million tons of TNT!
A number so incomprehensible you'd have to multiply 1 billion by 1 billion. Twice.
More than enough to annihilate Earth over 160 million times. Which seems like overkill for the, space vampires they were fighting.
Right. The crew has crossed over with a variety of other universes. Fortnite,
A sharp-tongued gun, invisibility knife, laser potential, crossover equipment, banana bomb, magic pencil, ninja stars, energy drinks, tank, teleporter, wizard hat. What Fall Guys can I bring to this? Second of all,
Fire Survivor, Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, the classics.
Including this Henry Stickmin guy. Apparently, he's a kleptomaniac with a surprisingly wide and wacky arsenal all the crew can have.
Desert Eagle-eyed crewmates will find Henry's weapons throughout the ship, like a banana bomb, a teleporter, a ninja star, and a magic pencil that can bring drawings to life.
These creepy Teletubbies can sketch whatever they want into existence, and they're suddenly everywhere I look now. Where's these little trash can people are freaking me out?
In a strange way, all of this makes sense for this.
Completed a card swipe on the first try. That gun destroyed entire planets, piloted the dropship at light speed, listed by 6 hours of music. The reason you know what sauce is, a McDonald's chicken nugget shaped like the Christmas.
Fascinating species. In the face of insurmountable odds, something inside tells them to band together no matter what, to use all the tools available and try to survive again and again. on a ship, on strange planets, anywhere they may be, in spite of anything that may be going on in the world. They either fix what's broken or face certain doom. But no matter what, they do it together.
Together! Yeah!
Together.
Woo! Welcome to the bright, colorful world!
How Fall Guys Fall Guys that you... I'm pretty sure they're basically indestructible creatures, so I don't know how...
Of the Blunderdome! Natural habitat to these lovable little beings known as the Fall Guys, who race each other through fun playgrounds with nothing but clear skies above.
These lively obstacle courses showcase their inherent skills and abilities. As if drawn by natural instinct, they hurtle over barriers together and pass through various tests of strength, agility, and mental fortitude.
And it's pretty impressive considering how elaborate these bounce house courses get. How do these weebles wobble through it?
With a shocking level of
Classification, alien being. Yep, another alien being. Height. They're taller than Among Us characters. Weight, half a Michael. Potential void sense, stars in their own manga. Do they have a manga? I might actually look for that. Likes competitions, consumes the crown. Dislikes obstacles, pushing, losing. Reportedly good friends with remorse. How do you know they dislike losing? Some people like losing.
Parkour mastery that otherwise hasn't been seen since 2006. But honestly, not many of the beans make it, and only one can be crowned the winner before everything starts all over again.
Which makes for some very friendly competition, like survival of the fittest, but for a bunch of candy grimaces. They'll grab, shove, and slam into each other to make it out on top, or even roll up into a ball and launch across the course. Self-preservation be damned.
And over time, the beans have evolved to higher levels of, let's call it imagination. The engineer, Digi, invented the creative device so the beans could start making and designing new obstacles and challenges for themselves, as well as additional tools like wrecking balls, wind-up boxes for punching foes, and even translators that make their nonsensical language intelligible.
But even at their best, they're still just flinging themselves over these obstacles like a bunch of drunken lemmings.
This species seems to have a biological urge to navigate these courses for one singular purpose. Get that crown.
I mean, if I could be king for a day, I'd push you off a cliff right now.
Very funny. Get away from me.
Things in the Blunderdome can get...
Blast balls, creative device, fan block, pushing block, resurrection, yeah, okay. Size, alteration, power-ups, beanball, party crasher, rubber chicken, sneaky bean, crossover equipment, grappling hook, Pac-Man, power, sword, pack, brutal impact, TARDIS. Why is that Doctor Who thing in there?
Wild! We've seen these goobers get smacked by giant mallets and fall into actual hot lava, but they always pop back up at the qualification stage later, completely unharmed, somehow.
These remarkable creatures have demonstrated some dumbfounding durability, such as getting struck by meteors. That's a hit anywhere from 18 tons of TNT to 15 kilotons. But they still get right back up to Rube Goldberg themselves straight through another obstacle course.
On top of that, they were hit with the Big Bang and came out the other side completely fine. Wait, what? Did I just say the Big Bang? Why do we even mention the meteor? Who cares? Their suits are basically indestructible.
Boomstick, I hate to tell you this.
No.
Those aren't really...
Don't say it!
Those aren't actually suits. That's their skin.
Oh, man. People were getting weird back in 2020. Didn't they have better things to do?
With only arms, legs, and eyes, there must be some genetic mechanism inside the beans that causes them to be self-sustaining. Though after some dissection, it's unclear. This is an official image, but...
Well, you asked for it. This is official law now. Remember, humans showing for scale. Fall Guys are. A Fall Guy is happy. Look into his eyes. We can't take it back. That is disturbing as hell. That is disturbing. How does that bone structure even...
I don't know what's more upsetting, that skeleton or the fact that these jelly beans are 6 friggin' feet tall.
Imagine bumping into this thing in a dark alleyway. No, thank you.
So, this means when you start the game, you're just flat out naked? Just swinging away, beans in the wind.
Strange such nakedness would be allowed, considering what's actually happening is the...
Hey, Quinn! What, do I remind you of the donkey that killed your mom?
Fall Guys are contestants in a non-stop 24/7 game show, the ultimate knockout. Yeah, that's what's actually happening here. So what might be misconstrued as some sort of migration cycle is really a brutal, never-ending gauntlet that takes advantage of their tunnel vision.
So it's like the Truman Show mixed with Wipeout and Naked and Afraid. What happened to them being just colorful cartoon beans?
And they survive to keep playing the game.
Run through inner obstacles courses stretch beyond the observation. I can't read that. Universe lit up an entire constellation, survive lava, atmospheric rentry, and the Big Bang. I think the Big Bang is just considered. It's just referencing the Fallout thing where they go through the Big Bang. Crossed over with dozens of other IPs. Won 5 crowns in a row. Just started. It's harder than it seems. I'm assuming that's. I've definitely won more.
No matter what. The game makers have said that when the beans fall to their death, they feel a moment of displacement, serenity, zen-like detachment from all worldly and physical bonds. Then they pop back onto the podium to celebrate their achievements. That's an official quote.
They've also said they're strong enough to rip someone in half and can stretch their bodies so far they pass beyond the observable universe.
Oh god, the Twitter feats.
Oh yeah! January 18th, 2022, 9:14 a.m. The Fall Guy stretched so far he exited the universe as we know it, and then he kept going.
Speaking of universes, the Fall Guys have seen dozens of guest stars from other stories and have learned from their cultures, like flying around in the TARDIS of Doctor Who fame, wielding He-Man's power sword, launching Ryu's iconic Hadouken, or even just becoming Pac-Man. They just become Pac-Man. They're Pac-Man now.
Wiz, I know we've seen some crazy things on the show, but these 6 feet tall jelly bean monsters eat food through their feet. What are we about to rot upon the world? Is this cute and colorful reality an endless void of darkness and despair? Revelations of disturbances too catastrophic for the human mind to process? A vicious cycle on this blue marble surrounded by mouthless, dead-eyed beans!
Pretty much.
Ah, cool, let's see them fight. Wiz, you gotta play that mobile game with all the superheroes and the cool art.
Oh, are you talking about Marvel Snap?
No,
Yeah, that one. The card collecting game.
It's more than that. Marvel Snap is a fast-paced dueling card game. Like, really fast.
Both the cards and the locations you play them in have unique abilities that change the course of a match, making it a real head-to-head battle.
And it's easy and quick to get into. I was kind of worried I'd have to spend too much time learning different cards and rules, but no, it's actually really intuitive.
And look at that 3D art! So cool! There's hundreds of cards and thousands of art variants, and they add new cards each week. Plus, they just opened something all new, the Vault, with all kinds of exclusive goodies.
Sure, but hang on. This guy I'm playing against right now is really tough.
That's because it's me, loser!
Oh, shucks.
Download the Marvel Snap app now, available on the App Store, Google Play, and Steam.
Or visit marvelsnap.com to learn more. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
By the way, I'm getting my predictions. I think the Fall Guys take it. I really want to vote for Among Us and have that as the person I want to win. But I think Fall Guys are going to take it. The reason I wanted to vote for Among Us, I like both games. But the reason I wanted to vote for Among Us is simply the fact that bone structure has put me off. But I'll vote for Fall Guys.
Oh!
If they don't win, I'm actually going to be surprised. To be fair. Okay, so we're doing like this. All different colours. You gotta do it until it gets down to one possible. I'm assuming so. Okay, so it's got 3 full guys, okay, fine. Oh, what? Oh. Oh, shoot, ground. It's not really that easy. Every... Oh, wait, I thought that was the cool guy's character. Yeah, I don't see Among Us winning. I thought of them adding from other things like this, but like, it is what it like story not name it, because they use it in like a emote. There is, if you like put Fortnite versus anyone at one single universe, what's they go on top because they have more of the characters on that. Yep. Oh, did Among Us win? You can't make this up. I need a twin really bad. You don't want to end the video. Double up.
Make this the year you reclaim your.
Let's go. Crowd, you blow your hands. Oh, you win. Deeper dawn to learn.
Oh, when's the next episode? This is my new favorite show. Move over, chimp crazy.
We broke this down into 3 categories: offense, defense, and the bizarre. Let's start with offense.
I mean, the bogus Among Us could blow up planets, not to mention moving faster than light.
Honestly speaking, I don't think it was going to be a close match. Because literally, the moment he hit his knife and it basically didn't work, I was like, okay, yeah, it's over. It's over.
To hit all those planets in one shot. It's kinda out there, but no Fall Guy has ever done anything like that. The crewmates clearly get the edge in offense.
Though that impressive power matters less when we look at defense.
It's crazy how much damage the Fall Guys can walk off. They survived anything their course threw at them, took hits from meteors, and most importantly, survived the Big Bang. You know, the explosion that blew the whole frickin' universe into existence? Easy edge for the bumbling beans.
We can even go a step further. Both of these creatures have demonstrated various forms of invulnerability and death negation, like how the Fall Guys could always pop back up for another round, or how the crewmates became ghosts when they die. However, only the Fall Guys had a viable counter. Only the Fall Guys could ensure that their foe stays dead.
Pac-Man, they can become Pac-Man, who, you know, eats ghosts.
Brilliant.
Which leads us to the truly bizarre stuff about both of these beanie freaks.
They could both stretch their bodies to absurd lengths, but only the Fall Guys stretch beyond the observable universe in a matter of minutes. In fact, if we take these posting times literally, that would mean the Fall Guys can stretch at speeds over a quadrillion times faster than...
Realistically, I'm assuming these Fall Guys tweets are just memes, but like, yeah, but the thing is, seriously, it's probably just a meme they decided to do. Amos once tweeted that they are as big as the universe, though it is less impressive than the Fall Guys, Big Bang feeds and their tweets, in which they transcend the time.
Light.
I don't know, Wiz. That feels like a bit of a stretch. Wink.
The crewmates did have plenty of answers to the Fall Guys hijinks, like a magic pencil sword to fight off He-Man's power sword, or how they could potentially hack Digi's creations.
But the overwhelming amount of stuff that the Fall Guys have access to just dwarfs the Among Us crew's arsenal. I mean, Hadoukens, TARDIS, just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah.
Among Us gun and other weapons. Specialized skills, non-essential biology, prone to be paranoid and betrayal, small bean, big, full as big bean made of tougher stuff, actual Ghostbusters, terrifying biology.
The spaceship crew had a few deadlier weapons among them, but the Fallen Guys had too many options that could not be countered.
The crewmates may have been cunning and dangerous, but the one-track-minded Fall Guys just wouldn't go down.
Making sure the losers of this fight were no longer among us.
Oh no, we never found the second imposter!
Ah, damn it, I knew that stupid robot was sus!
Sigh. So embarrassing.
Okay. I feel like realistically Among Us was just bound to win. I mean, if Fall Guys was bound to win, like mostly out of the two games, I would say Among Us is more fun technically to play with your friends because of how that feels. But like Fall Guys has also had its fun times. But realistically, out of law and stuff, I guess Fall Guys takes it. I knew that the moment they also bring in stuff like Pac-Man, Doctor Who's TARDIS, and all that, I was like, okay, Among Us is cooked here. But this is the most bizarre, weirdest death battle I've ever seen. They probably do have weirder ones, to be fair. Like I said, I haven't gone through all of them, and I am gonna be watching a bunch of death battles just to do a whole series of death battles. I might end up just spamming them all. When I feel like watch a death battle, I'll probably record it and just add my thoughts throughout the video. Because honestly, death battles are really fun to watch through. Certain death battles, I'm obviously not gonna. If it's a death battle, but I don't think it's interesting, I may watch it and not record myself. But at the same time, death battles in general, they're just very fun to watch through. Yeah, Fall Guys takes this. Make sure to subscribe, do all the great stuff because it does help me out a lot. Yeah. I'll be doing more death battles probably in the future. Comment down below if you want me to watch and go through a certain death battle that I haven't seen or whatever. And if the characters are interesting or characters I actually know, maybe the characters I don't know, and I was like, okay, they sound interesting. I may or may not do a video on them. If it's one character I at least know about someone I don't even know, then I'm like, okay, this will be good for a death battle video. Yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. I am subscribed to the channel now, so if they do release a new death battle, I may or may not watch that just for a video and all that. Okay, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Also, before I leave, what do you guys think? What game do you guys like now? Among Us or Fall Guys? Like I said, I'm in the middle. If I had to pick play a game with friends, Among Us. If I had to play a game with friends and enjoying it a lot, like I could play Fall Guys probably for like 3 hours with a friend. I could play Among Us probably for an hour, 2 hours before it gets boring, depending on if you. Here's some Among Us. You use a different. If you mod the game, it's so much more fun. Like if you mod the game, I could play the game for probably hours just with a friend or two. It'll be fun. Yeah. Okay, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe, do all the good stuff, and bye.